Hello and welcome back to Brock's Basement. This is going to be my comic book pull list for the week of June 19th or Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth. Okay, I'm out this week. But let's dive in. First up, we have Batman number 149, getting close to that 150 mark. I'm not completely caught up yet on Batman, but yeah, eventually I'll get there. Next up, we have Batman Superman World's Finest, number 28. I'm only a handful of issues behind on this one, but World's Finest is fantastic. If you haven't read it, I do highly recommend you go track down some early issues or trade copies of those first few story arcs and dive in. Really, really solid stuff. Next up, we have Catwoman, number 68. This continues the 9 Lives story. This is part 8. I'm assuming there's going to be a part 9 because it's 9 Lives. Get it? But yeah, see where Catwoman's getting into. I'm in the 40s, I believe, for Catwoman, so got some catching up to do, but I'll get there. Next up is a new number 1 from Image, specifically Skybound and the Energon universe, and that is the miniseries Destro by Dan Waters, with art by Andrea Brisson. I don't know. I'm horrible with names. So yeah, Destro's out. All the stuff from the Energon universe is fantastic. I can't wait to dive in. I did get a chance to finally read Scarlet number 1 and enjoyed it, so I can't wait to see what happens in issue 2. But they're really building up a decent thing right now uh, for what's going on with the Energon universe. So yeah. Next up is Dudley Datsun number 3. Dudley Datsun, the Forever Machine number 3. The first 2 issues were good. Let's see where issue 3 goes. I believe this is the last issue. Scott Snyder's stuff it's hit or miss with his independent stuff, but for the most part, I liked this series so far. So hopefully it ends very well. Next up is Gun Honey number 2, Collision Course. I've read most of the Gun Honeys, not in single issue, but in trade. I think I have one to read still. Oh, it's not Gun Honey, it's the Heat one. Yeah, that's right. There it is. Heat Seeker. Haha. Haha. I know great things when I'm looking away from the camera. But yeah, I've really liked the Gun Honey stuff I have read, so I can't wait to dive into Heat Seeker and eventually get to Gun Honey Collision Course. Next up, we have Helen of Windhorn. This is issue 3, I believe. Yeah, issue 3. The Tom King Bill Quest Ebly book, which I've enjoyed the first 2 issues, so I can't wait to dive into issue 3. But very, very kind of just a solid story. But yeah. Next up, we have House of Slaughter, number 24. Every time it seems to get caught up with this book, there's another issue. And I'm not the biggest fan of House of Slaughter. It's okay. But I really think I'm going to scale back on all of the Something is Killing the Children universe stuff because it's not hitting the marks I feel it should be hitting. But we'll see how much more I stick with House of Slaughter. Next up, we have Nightwing number 115. About 15 issues behind on Nightwing, but the Tom Taylor stuff I have enjoyed for the most part. So yeah. Next up, we have The One Hand number 5. This is issue 5. Back and forth between The One Hand and Six Fingers. I need to sit down and read them. They're actually sitting in my Sunday reading pile that I normally have for when I'm working on Sundays at the comic book store, because that seems to be the only place I can sit and read a bunch of comics all at once. But I was not able to get to it this week. So, yeah. But I need to get caught up. But I really enjoyed the first 2 issues of both The One Hand and Six Fingers. So if you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend it. Next up is issue 2 in a new distillery book, or in a distillery book by James Tynion, with art by Christian Ward, and that's Spectrograph. This is issue 2. The first one was good, so I liked it, so I'm going to keep going with it. It's mainly Christian Ward's artwork that keeps me intrigued in that. Tynion, I think, is just spread very thin with all of the stuff he's doing. It's not all hitting like it used to. So I think I'm going to be very kind of like condensed down what I'm getting from him specifically as a writer. Next up, we have Titans number 12. Yeah, Tom Taylor, Titan. It's good stuff. I need to get through that Beast War stuff. I kind of just stopped, or Beast World. I just stopped, mainly because of those minis or one shots or whatever. But yeah, we'll see. Another Tom King book, and that's the last on my pull list for reading. that I got myself is Wonder Woman number 10. So issue 10 from Wonder Woman. So I'm like 5 issues behind or something. I need to get caught up with that. Like I'm behind on some Tom King stuff, and it's like the entire Penguin I haven't read. So yeah, I need to get back to reading single issue comic books. I've been reading books a lot. I've been loving getting back into reading books. What I'm currently on is The Road right here, by Cormac McCarthy. Really good. It's the first book I've read by him, but I've been enjoying it so far. So yeah, let's see. But you're here for comics. So that's it for what I brought home. Did grab a handful of variants this week. The first one is from Batman Superman World's Finest 28. This is issue or variant E, I believe. But it's the Zdarsky, Batgirl and Supergirl there. Yeah, it should be E. To Nathan Zdarsky. I like that one. That one's nice. And then I got Catwoman 66. Sorry, it's Catwoman 66. Why did I say 68? This is the C cover, and this is by Pablo Villalobos. Awesome cover there. And then I did get the Otto Schmidt 1 in 25 for Catwoman. Let's snag that one up there. Gun Honey had a bunch of variants, but I liked the one I liked the most was the cover B by Lucio Perillo. Very Venom-esque, swimsuit there. I thought that was a really awesome cover. This is Dan Panosian, Wonder Woman 10. Awesome cover there. And I've grabbed the Julian Totino Tedesco variant for Wonder Woman 10 as well. This is the C cover, so the other one was the B cover. Yeah, that's it for what I picked up. I did grab a reading copy of something this week, and that's Ultimate Spider-Man number 6. So this is the furthest I've gotten in a Marvel book in a long time. But Ultimate Spider-Man I've been enjoying, so I'm going to keep going and reading it. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm, going to cave and become a Marvel person. Highly doubt it. But it's good, so I am reading it. I did grab one graphic novel this week, and the reason why I grabbed this one was we actually interviewed Sabir Pirazada. I butchered the name, sorry, Sabir. But the Dandelion, this is a whole bunch of stories kind of in this. What's the best way to describe this? Because this is the guy that did Moon Knight and Miss Marvel TV series. It's a vision of the future and stuff like that. Yeah, it's based on a ship, so it's a bunch of stories in that vein. But tons of different creators. Looks awesome. Can't wait to dive in. But Dandelion from Sabir looks to be really good. So yeah, the art looks pretty cool. So it's a bunch of just stories set in this, so kind of an anthology, but all based around his work. So can't wait. Check it out yourself if you want. And that's it for this week. I got to get to hell diving stuff, doing the Instagram posting stuff. So, yeah. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments down in the comment section below. Let me know what you're picking up, any questions, comments, all that fun stuff. Please be nice. The internet can be a crappy place, so let's maintain some decorum here. You can listen to me on the Comics Conspiracy podcast as well. We just finished recording episode 616, where we talk some con stuff, because a couple of Kevin Sharp went to HeroCon in, I believe, North Carolina. Said it was an amazing con. It's a spoiler, but you can listen to the details on the episode itself. But we also talked some news stuff regarding, what's the two things we talked about? I don't know. One I can't remember, but the other is like the AI art stuff that's been potentially going on. So you can check that out. There's a link in the description below for the podcast. You can help me and my fellow conspirators out through Patreon at www.patreon.com/comicsconspiracy. For as little as $1 a month, you help us with hosting fees and getting products. So thank you very much to all of our Patreon backers. It helps out immensely. You can help me out a little more directly by clicking on any of the Amazon links that'll be down below. Dandelion will be featured this week. Woo-hoo. So if you want to snag a copy, there'll be an Amazon link you can get there. Or if you want to head over to Brock's Basement over on eBay, there's a link in the description below. And that's where I purge out stuff. All my listings end on Sunday at 3:30 Pacific time. So be aware of that, but maybe you'll find something there you enjoy. Yeah, I need to get more stuff up there. My roommate's moving out in August, so I'm gonna be responsible for this whole place pretty soon. So yeah, get more sources of income, but we'll see. Anyway, you can follow me on the social medias on Bluesky. It's Brock Sager on Twitter as well as or X or whatever the hell you want to call that garbage. It's Brock Sager. You can find me on Instagram at brocks.basement with an apostrophe, and you can find me on TikTok brocks.basement no apostrophe over there. I think that's it. What else do I got? I'm enjoying the road. Oh, I rewatched Dread, the 2012 version with Carl Urban. Really awesome. I need to sit down and watch Boys season 4 that started as well. So much to do. All this stuff. Barely any time to do it. I'll get to it eventually, right? Yeah. Thanks for watching. See you next week.